Hi, all the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic, seer, and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for this full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo, March 14th, 2025, psychic crystal reading for each of the four elements: earth, water, fire, and air. The earth signs are Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. The water signs are Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. The fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And the air signs are Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Make sure you're watching the entire video because this full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo is not just going to affect your sun sign only. So you may want to watch the elements that correspond to your sun, your moon, and your rising sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, you may want to watch your cusp sign element as well. Because remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, sometimes your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there. So again, you may want to check that element out. I just want to let you know here, if you're interested, you can get videos that expand on this eclipse where I do a psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card reading for each sign of the zodiac for this eclipse on my Vimeo on-demand videos. That link is down below in the description box in the Show More section. It's also on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. Plus, if you're interested in any other video series I've recorded for Vimeo, looking at very specific topics, such as psychic crystal readings for the month of March, among many, many others, those links are also down below in the description box and on my website at theluckymermaid.com. So, all that being said, now on to your psychic crystal reading for this full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo, March 14th, 2025. And I'm starting with the element of earth. This is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. You may be like totally doing things in a backwards way or in a whole different motion. This could be your daily routines. This could have to do with schedules. It could be even simply food you eat or exercise programs you're on. You may switch and shift and change your schedules and how you're going about doing things. You could be putting together something like a project, a plan, or an idea. Or you could be putting together something, like maybe you're good at building computers and you're buying the different components and you're putting them together to make a desktop computer. Or maybe you're good at you're putting furniture together. Maybe you have a grandchild that needs a crib built and you bought it and now you have to assemble it. But putting things together, projects, plans, ideas, projects, things that are maybe physical things you have to put together. Some of you will be seeing somebody new romantically from this eclipse. And for others of you earth signs, you may be seeing somebody you used to date or go out with or were friends with in the past. You may start to see them again, especially if it was an old romance or an old love. So new loves can come in for you. Old romances can return for the earth signs. Now, these eclipse effects can last for 3 months, sometimes up to 6 months even. In some cases, due to the potency of the eclipse, even up to a year. This eclipse could cause some of you earth signs to really seek out guidance or counseling. It could be like psychological guidance and counseling from a therapist. It could be counseling from a doctor, a psychic, an astrologer, a lawyer, a doctor, an accountant, a financial planner or advisor. Like Whoever could give you some kind of helpful counseling, a religious figure, a priest, a minister, a rabbi, whatever works for you. But getting like counseling and advising and advice comes up here for the earth signs. This could be an eclipse that really brings about the earth signs trying out new things, new clothes, new hairstyles, new foods, new exercise programs, new social groups, new clubs, groups, organizations. But it'll be a blessing to you for you to do this. Some of you earth signs are going to find out that you won something, or you got approved, you got accepted, you won something. If you tried out for a part in a play or a movie, or went on a job interview, or you entered any type of contest where you could win a prize, it's very likely you will have winning energy here for you. Your son's got to be careful they don't stumble and fall and break something. That just popped in here, even though I'm not looking at the cautions yet. So be careful of stumbling, falling, and breaking a bone of some sort in your body. It would be sad. I hope that doesn't happen to you, because I've had it happen and it sucks. A lucrative deal can come through for the earth signs, where that in a way where you can really find out that you're going to make more money. Somebody could open some door for you or opportunity, or want to go into a collaboration with you on a business or a short-term endeavor or a long-term endeavor, or they open up some kind of opportunity where they tell you, if you do this, you can make money, and you're going to do it and you're going to make more money. So here are the 3 cautions or warnings or cautions for the earth signs. I'm going to tell you, some of you, I don't know how to caution you or warn you. It's more like a warning. You're going to be, my guides say, you're going to be up to your armpits in work. So if you work at a job or a part-time job, full-time job, or you have a business, you could be up, you could be up to your armpits in a lot of work. And if you're retired, it could be work with dealing with grandkids, or work around your home, or projects that need to get taken care of, work, that kind of work. So I don't know that you can avoid it, but it's like a warning, or just letting you know. You have to be careful, earth signs. There's some jealousy that could kick up among family members. It could be coming from friends and acquaintances or coworkers, but it really comes up strongly here as family. So you could experience people in your family that you're close to. It could be sibling jealousy. It could be a cousin. I don't know who it's going to be, but I get like jealousy could be coming at you. Now, the problem with jealousy is it holds so much negative energy that it can cause stress. It could make you feel sick. It could just be upsetting to you. But if you're made of tough stuff, you may be able to blow it off. But it just comes up. There could be some, especially family members, but it could be coming somewhere else, that jealousy, people behaving and acting jealous towards you. And sometimes when people act that way, they may not look like it's jealousy, but they could be jealous. They may act angry or disapproving or overly critical. That could be masking jealousy. You may need to be very careful about what you say to certain people in your life over the next 3 to 6 months, because I hear treading on thin ice. You're going to need to be very careful about what you say. So if you tend to be like, you just say things off the cuff and you don't put a lot of thought into it, or you go around just blah, 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 whatever, and you think you're being okay. Well, if you're around somebody that kind of has like a beef with you, or like a boss, a manager, a supervisor, a relative that's like, you know, like acts kind of like not really approving of you, Or it could be somebody you're not expecting that you're on thin ice with. You could say something that could really spark a lot of resentment or a firestorm coming from somebody in particular. So keep in mind, like, think about when you're in, dealing with people, certain individuals, or at work, or maybe even a client or customer. If you're on thin ice, you could just say something you think is funny or sarcastic or off the cuff, and it could go horribly wrong. And it could end a friendship. It could start a fight or an argument. It could, sever some kind of tie here. So be mindful of what you say, especially about anyone you suspect that you're on thin ice with them over the next, especially the days around the eclipse and the month of the eclipse, March. But this energy can last for 3 months or even 6 months. So be careful of that. Again, I'm going to repeat it here, so don't get mad when I repeat it. If you want to see how this eclipse is going to affect you more specifically with way more messages and advice and divination tools, click on the link down below in the description box or in the show or on my website at the luckymermaid.com videos page for the eclipse effects from the full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo, March 14th, 2025, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings for each sign of the zodiac. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the element of water. There's a lot of things that I feel for the water signs are about to change from this eclipse. It could cause you to want to take a long trip or doing some kind of maybe even local traveling, but trips and traveling could be inspiring to, the water signs could be inspired to do that. The days and month of the eclipse, the days around the eclipse, the month of the eclipse, and for the next 3 to 6 months. I get that some of you water signs are going to, from this eclipse energy, are going to be starting to heal from some kind of emotional wound from the past. It could even be physical wound if you've been sick or you had any surgery, but it feels like more like emotional wound. Some of you could be putting together some kind of plan of something you want to script out that you want to do. It could be a video that you want to produce, or a YouTube channel, a channel on another video platform. It could be scripting out something you want to do in regard to starting a business, or maybe writing an outline for a book you want to write. This eclipse could make you really want to impress somebody. It could be the public. Maybe you want an audience and you may really want to be impressing the public, but it could be impressing your boss or impressing your spouse or somebody you're interested in getting to know and date. Could be to a prospective client or to somebody that you want to hire, that like a potential boss. So you may find that this energy of this eclipse drives up in you that you want to impress somebody or maybe multiple people. If you needed to get any money, a grant, a loan, or some kind of donation or some funds to come to you, maybe even like a raise, I feel like you're going to have success getting that money. Remember, the energies of this could be the strongest in March, but they can last for 3 months or even up to 6 months. Some strategy you implemented in the past is now going to pay off and come to fruition for you from the energies of this eclipse. So something you already started working on, you planned, you did, you created, you were fooling around with and getting it together. The blessings and the benefits and what you had hoped to achieve comes to fruition now. March, next 3 months, or up to 6 months. If you had any kind of like license suspension or any kind of hold on any account or blockages of like even in your physical body, if you had any kind of blockages in veins, arteries, but especially like with any accounts or anything that was on hold or held up, it's going to go through now. It's going to get approved, or any blockages move along now with the energies of this eclipse. So here are the 3 cautions for the water signs from this full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. You could have gastrointestinal upsets. You could be prone to gastrointestinal viruses. You could be eating things that are not good for your system, that could create like all kinds of digestive problems could come up or be exacerbated from this eclipse. So if you have any kind of food allergies, like to nightshade vegetables or to dairy, or even like it could be foods you don't expect to cause you problems, because I feel like it's from food mainly, but it could also be a virus, like a intestinal virus, stomach bug virus. This could happen for you. It could be around the days of the eclipse. It could last for even, this energy could be likely anytime over the next 3 months, maybe even 6 months out. Make sure what you are doing. I see a little baby lamb in the crystal. It's so cute, the little head of the lamb looking at me. So look up animal totem lamb water signs, because it came up here for you. I hear you have to be really certain. Don't get offended what I'm going to say. Don't get mad at the messenger. But you have to be really certain and clear and sure about what you're doing. Maybe on the internet, maybe in social media, could be at your job, or it could be something you're trying to make or something you say, but it's more like something you're doing. You could really be doing it stupidly. That's what my guides say. So like, be really sure of the things you're working on, especially work projects or business things or hobbies and skills, or it could even have to do with personal interactions with people. But like, really be mindful, do things well thought out, because my guides say some of you water signs, you could really go about something really stupidly from this eclipse. So have your wits about you, be sure of yourself, check instructions, check, make sure you do the groundwork too, like do your research about things. Some of you could have problems with water, because I hear puddles of water, and so you could have a leak of a pipe could burst, especially in your basement. You could get water in your basement, or a pipe could leak or burst, because they say a problem could arise for the water signs with water, literal water, and they show me puddles of water. Also be careful if you get involved in any water sports, boating, surfing, jet skiing, water skiing. Do people do that anymore? Or whatever. If you are a water sport person, you need to be careful of water and being in water, or, anything to do with flooding, anything like that. Be careful and mindful that this could be a problem for you in March or the next 3 weeks or up to 30 days. So I hope those messages were of help to you. I hope they made sense. To hear more and get more insights and predictions and messages from my guides about this eclipse, you can get my eclipse effects from the full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo, March 14th, 2025, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings for each sign of the zodiac, all in one video for each zodiac sign. You may want to check that out. Link is down below in the description box. Also over on my website at theluckymermaid.com on my videos page. So now on to the element of fire. This is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Hi, I just want to jump in here because I found out that my What's Lucky and New for You in 2025 video series for each sign of the zodiac that I post on Vimeo is actually going to be available by the time you listen to this video. I wasn't sure whether my son would have had these videos edited yet, but in these What's Lucky and New for You, I'm pulling 3 cards from the Hanson Roberts Tarot deck. Then I'm expanding those 3 cards with 3 additional cards from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck. And then I conclude the reading pulling a card for each zodiac sign with the Keepers of the Light Oracle card readings. So if you want to see what my spirit guides had to say was going to be lucky and new for you in this year of 2025, make sure you click on the link down below in the description box or go to my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page, and those links are there. So I hope you have a very lucky year in 2025. This eclipse could bring up a lot of stuff, old stuff from the past. So it could bring up your high school years, your childhood growing up, a past love relationship that split up. Like, it could bring up like maybe positive things and positive memories, but it can also bring up like some cruddy things that you don't really like from the past. So it can be a mixed bag. This is an eclipse that's going to make fire signs want to sell stuff. You may want to sell your home, your jet ski, your boat, your house, your personal possessions, your antiques, land, whatever you have, stocks, bonds, cryptocurrency, whatever you have to sell, things you've created. The fire sign people, it's going to make you want to sell. And this energy is strongest around the time of the eclipse on March 14th and for the month of March, but for the next 3 months and even in some cases up to 6 months. You could capitalize on some opportunity that comes your way that could be related to business or big business. Could come up here for the fire signs. But you are going to, I don't know if you're going to be like, yay, I'm into it. I feel like you're going to be like, proceed with caution. I need to look into this company or this opportunity or this person and the background, and is it successful, and is it going to cost me extra work or money, or is this going to be something I can do easily? Like, I see you, it's good, but you're going to be like, I got to proceed with caution. If you have any kind of business meetings or meetings with, any clubs, groups, or organizations you belong to, or any family meetings, or any potential business meetings, you're going to bring a lot to the table. You're going to come with like knowledge, information, links to different websites, different, whatever. You're going to come to any kind of meetings with a lot to the table. And this could even be your own knowledge and experience you've gained. If you go for a job, I feel like, boop, you get hired. Some of you are graduating something. You're graduating and leaving something behind and moving up. Like it could be a, education, training program, school. It could be at a job. You could be graduating from one position to move up to another position. It could be a spiritual graduation. You could be graduating energetically, frequency-wise, in a spiritual sense. Many of you fire signs are going to be put in a position where you lead, like you're a leader. If you're not a leader at a company or business you work for, they will put you in a leadership role. But this could be in a club or a group or an organization you belong to. People there may vote you up as, we want you in the lead. We want you to be the leader. If there's any kind of elections of any things that you get involved in, you could be chosen to be a leader. So now here are the 3 cautions for the fire signs from this full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. You got to be careful, fire signs, because some of you are going to get tangled up in your words. So if you have to give any speeches, presentations, lectures, coaching anybody, tutoring, making any videos or vlogs or anything like that, you could find that this eclipse could bring up word tangling when you're trying to explain something, especially if you teach. Some of you fire signs could have issues with a sibling or another relative, but sibling is what comes up here the strongest, where they want to hunt you down and cut you off. Like, it could be like they have a bone to pick with you. They're mad at you. They want to find you and they want to tell you off, ba, ba, ba. Or they might want to cut you off in some way, like you can't come over here anymore. Or, could be financially, if you have anything to do with any estates or wills, or they could be like, you're not getting any of this inheritance, or you didn't pull your weight in this situation or that situation. Or you may feel like somebody ripped you off. You could be the one doing the cutting them off, but I feel like they're gunning for you and they could be cutting you off. This could also apply to driving. Be very, very careful of getting cut off when you're driving, you fire signs, in the month of March and for the next 3 months, or I know it's ridiculous to say, well, up to 6 months, I could get cut off 15,000 times, especially if you live in my state. That's the rule. You drive in my state, every day you're going to get cut off. So it also depends on where you live. But I feel it's not really so much as driving, although it can be. It really feels like a sibling or another relative that's angry at you and they want to have words with you, have it out with you, and they may say, I'm done with you, I'm not dealing with you anymore. Now, it may last, it may not last. Sometimes people say things and then things change over time. But just know that this is coming up. And don't forget, Mercury is retrograde. I think it starts the same day as this eclipse. So these things could be agitated and kicking up because of that. And if it is due to Mercury in retrograde, once Mercury goes direct, that can reverse if somebody cut you off. Like in a, like, oh, I'm not dealing with you anymore. It could reverse once Mercury goes direct. Okay, this is a little bit of a weird one. Welcome to Psychic Readings and Weird Predictions. If you have to buy any land, whether there's a home on it or not, you need to have that land really examined very carefully, because there could be sinkholes, a sinkhole on that land. There could also be like an underground stream that could cause big giant mud puddles. It could cause flooding in basements, but I see it more affecting the ground, the dirt, the ground. If you buy a cow, because a cow came up here, so you do need to look up animal totem cow, because it could be giving you a message, but I also got a message about farm animals. If you are purchasing any kind of animals, especially like cows, sheep, goats, anything like that, maybe horses even, but especially cows, you have to be careful, because I feel there could be something wrong with that animal, where they have some kind of sickness or disease that could spread to other animals, or it could cause the animal to, die prematurely or have some kind of horrible sickness. So you really got to be careful. I know this is a weird one, and some of you are like, I live in a city. I'm not buying any farm animals. But there are people that I read people that own farms. So, private readings, I've read several. So to those of you that own a farm, or my nephew owns a farm, just be careful of purchasing any type of farm animals, because I feel like there's something wrong with them. But if you don't have a farm and you're purchasing land, there's something wrong with the land that you're going to find out later, and you're going to be mad because it wasn't disclosed to you, or you couldn't see it. So you need really good inspections. So I hope those messages were of help to you and not too weird, and I hope they made sense. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps this channel, helps the algorithms, helps me get my videos out to other people. So just that little action of clicking, liking, and subscribing makes a big difference. So thanks for that. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the element of air. This is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. You may find, air signs, that this eclipse brings you somewhat of a spring in your step. You may also feel like springtime is like really an uplifting, pleasurable time for you. This eclipse is going to light a fire under you air signs' butts to like be a mover and a shaker, to make things happen. And looking for like solutions to problems and new ways to do things. It could have to do with your personal life, your love life, but for many of you, it could have to do with your career and business. Wow, for some of you, you air signs that are in a love relationship, this could cause you to do an about face and break up with somebody that you've been, had a relationship, either short-term or long-term, doesn't matter, but you could be breaking up with somebody from this eclipse. Some of you air signs that are very tired, I feel like you're going to find ways to revitalize your energy and revive and revitalize your body. So you may be looking into like different kinds of therapy, physical therapy, occupational therapy. My guides are talking about hydrotherapy. I don't know anything about that. That's what they just said. So you need to look that up, because I don't know what hydrotherapy is. I need to look it up. Because I'm an air sign, I really should look it up. But other things like that, or like new vitamins, minerals, anything that could be like inducing more energy and vitality, whether it's through vitamins, minerals, herbs, food you eat, but especially like acupuncture, acupressure, therapeutic massage, occupational therapy, physical therapy, and whatever the heck hydrotherapy is. So Some of you air signs may be scouring the internet for a place to live. You may want to move. Or if you're financially secure and stable and have enough money to do it, you may want to find a place to purchase a vacation property. This could also be scouring the internet to purchase a property to rent to other people as an investment or to flip it as an investment. But scouring the internet for property comes up here. Some of you could have a matrimonial proposal, an engagement of marriage could come to you if you've been dating somebody, or hey, maybe not. Sometimes people are, have the spur of the moment, love at first sight, and they get married. I don't think many people do that, especially these days, but it does come up here as engagement or proposal of marriage for some of you air signs. You could have some kind of goofy phone call or silly or witty banter with somebody. Could be on social media, could be through text messaging, could be through somebody you work with or in some other situation. And it could turn into something like a great friendship or a love relationship. But it would be like silly, goofy, witty banter. Maybe it's even through comment sections of videos on YouTube or Rumble. It could come up through things like that. Chats. I feel if you've had any kind of illness, sickness, or health problem, I feel that you get the cure, and the solution to heal it. Now, this I feel is like illness or sickness or something wrong in your physical body, but it could even be mentally, emotionally, or spiritually as well. Now, here are the 3 cautions for the air signs. Cautions or warnings. You air signs, you are holding on to too much garbage. You need to throw it out. And I feel it's stuff. It's stuff. Stuff that you think you're going to use, but you're never going to use. Or stuff that you're like, oh, I can do something with this later. No, you need to start getting rid of things because it's cluttering up your life. It's cluttering up your environment. And it is actually creating blocks and cluttering up you personally. Even though you don't see the connection, it still is. Air signs need to stop worrying. You are worrying so much about, could be a particular person or, that's not doing well health-wise, or, worrying about something that if you put so much energy into all that worry, you could actually end up manifesting it to happen. So quit with the worrying. When you start worrying, you need to take that as the signal, the light switch, that immediately you need to shift your attention to something else. Positive. Some of you air signs need to wake up. You're trying too hard about something. And if you think you're going to convince somebody, you're kidding yourself. If you want to change somebody's mind or convince them to do something, or you're pursuing somebody romantically too hard, or, whatever, or trying to impress somebody too much, it isn't working. It's not going to work, and you need to quit it. You need to just relax and let it go and trust in the process of what the universe is going to bring to you. So I hope you pay attention to that message. So I hope these messages were of help to you. I hope they made sense. I want to thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate you guys out there. Thank you so much. And thank you for your likes, your shares, and your subscribes. It means so much. It helps this channel. I do truly appreciate it. And to help support this channel and to get more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides, please be sure to check out all the links I have down below in the description box in the Show More section. They're connected to my Vimeo videos, and they're all different topics, many, many things. My financial psychic tarot readings, big love tarot readings for 2025, New Year psychic tarot readings for 2025 of tarot, New Year crystal readings for 2025. I also did these 2 eclipse videos for this eclipse and also for the new moon solar eclipse in Aries, which is happening on March 29th, 2025. All these things that I have done and my guides have given me these messages and predictions can really be helpful to you. So I hope you'll check them out. And you can also follow me on my social media pages and on my YouTube community posts. I do post card pulls for messages and predictions for anybody who wants to come check them out. Many people find they're helpful and some messages will resonate with them. So I hope you'll check me out on social media. And if you do, make sure you give a like and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm not on Instagram too much because there's just too many scammers. Like, people were always copying my pictures and pretending they're me and writing. It went on and on and on. And you guys really need to be aware of that. It's rampant. And if you think it's me contacting you, I'm not. Only if you're on my wait list, which is now closed as of 2018. I don't add more people to the wait list. And my cancellations list, I still add people, but eventually that's going to close too, because I have well over 2,000 people waiting. So, and don't be, I know people get frustrated. I really only can do like 3 private readings a month with all the other work and projects and things that I have to do and take care of. So, it is an incredibly long wait list. But I want you guys to stay tuned because I'm working on some things that is for maybe like some contests or giveaways of some sort for subscribers only. So please make sure you're liking, sharing, and subscribing because that's where I will pick the winners from. It will be subscribers. So I hope you have absolutely amazing energy that comes to you from this full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo on March 14th, 2025, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.